What's up, world? Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's week is off to an amazing start. I hope you are feeling blessed this Monday morning, and I pray that all of your goals and endeavors, anything that you put your time, energy, and effort to this week, I pray that you find success in what you do. This Monday morning market moment with Mike. I just literally made that up on the fly. I might run with it. It's pretty catchy. It's a lot of M's. Um, Today I want to talk a little bit about the debate last week. Not so much about the mechanics or the uh, winner, who won, who lost. That's not what I want to get into. I did want to talk a little bit about something that Vice President Harris mentioned during the debate in her opening statement, where she mentioned her plan to support small businesses. It is my humble opinion and belief that the support of small businesses in this country is absolutely critical at this time in our history. The 15-year bull run of the economy that really was propped up on very cheap capital and private equity and a lot of quantitative easing, as they called it, just injecting large and large sums of money into the economy at very cheap interest rates. Those days are over. That bull run, fake or real, whatever you want to call it, is really over. And it's time to get back to work. It's time to get back to supporting small businesses, which has always been the bedrock of this country. Really supporting ideas and innovation, job creation. That's really honestly where the country was founded and where it needs to continue to go in terms of small business support. So we got to get back to that. And I think that Vice President Harris made a lot of great points in her opening statement. And I love that it's a continuation of the work that she was doing as vice president, that she would bring into her presidency potentially. So obviously the largest part of her plan that she mentioned during the debate was the tax credit for small business startup costs. So currently there is a tax deduction write-off capability for small businesses that incur startup expenses. And there's a lot of details with that tax credit. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not a tax professional or a tax lawyer anyway. So if really to get the full breakdown, you need to go see a CPA or somebody that's a little bit more well seasoned than me. But what I will say is that in a nutshell, kind of high level overview, there is currently a tax credit up to $5,000 of write-offs for small enterprises or small businesses to write off those small business startup expenses, right? Her plan proposes a 10x increase of the ability to write off those expenses up to $50,000 deduction on your taxes. So obviously that is going to incentivize a lot more people who may look at those startup costs for starting their businesses as a disincentive, knowing that on your tax return you can write off up to $50,000 of startup expenses is going to attract more people in the small business space. And I think that it's a good idea. I mean, a lot of critics may say, this is just going to increase the national debt, offering more tax credits and whatnot. This also may get used nefariously for individuals that are looking for tax loopholes and whatnot. And all of that is somewhat credible. I think that the ability for people to use things as a write-off, as a loophole for individuals who may not need the tax credit, that's always going to be something that we have to deal with as a nation, as an economy, right? But the whole budget deficit thing, come on. We're talking about a potential $20 billion of revenue that it may cost, depending on how you look at the timeline. We have a $7 trillion federal budget and a $25 trillion gross domestic product, or GDP. That's how much we produce in this country. $20 billion, kind of a rounding error. So let's not let perfection be the enemy of the good, especially in terms of individuals using tax loopholes. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm not saying that I recommend individuals use loopholes. I'm saying that that is going to always be with us. And so again, let's not let perfection be the enemy of the good. The good is supporting several million new small businesses coming into our economy, innovating and creating jobs. But there were a few other aspects of the plan that obviously she couldn't, get into great detail. It's a 30-second or, maybe a minute long introduction during debate. So, she didn't have that much time. But there was a few other things that I felt were interesting that I wanted to bring to y'all attention. One of which is expanding contract opportunities for small businesses, right? So Forbes reports that Vice President Harris's pledge that in her first term, 1/3 of all federal contract dollars will go to small businesses by expanding contract opportunities for rural and other underserved small businesses. The Small Business Administration's current goal is for 23% of prime government contract dollars to go to eligible small businesses. So this would be a significant increase, obviously. This represents an increase of more than $20 billion in revenue to small firms. That's substantial, right? Another piece of this plan that I also found was interesting was a small business expansion fund. So this fund would bolster community development financial institutions to cover interest costs while small businesses are expanding. This fund will help small businesses who want to locate, innovate, and create jobs in communities across the United States have access to affordable capital. Again, this is really sounding like big corporate breaks, right? More government contractors, more government contracts, a fund to increase the cost of capital for doing businesses, and a tax benefit of startup costs, right? So lowering the tax burden, increasing government contracts, and creating funds for lower costs of capital to do business. That sounds like big business incentives that are just coming finally to small businesses. And again, this is a macroeconomic perspective, guys. This is not just, a one-off, we're just going to do this program and kind of see what happens. Yes, there is going to be costs, but there's always going to be costs when it comes to investing in the future of any enterprise. And this enterprise we're talking about here is an enterprise of the United States. Biggest wealth creation, the biggest business creator in the world. And so why not invest into the future of that? And guess what, guys? We absolutely have to. So it's imperative. So again, that's my quick little Market Monday moment. I butchered the first title that I said in the beginning, but we're going to run with it. And I want to know your thoughts. Email me, michael.randall@operationalhope.org. Let me hear your thoughts. I think that these are pretty awesome ideas, and I think that it's extremely important. So let me know your thoughts, or comment in the comment section and let me know. So with that, I wish you a great week. I wish you success, and I'll see you the next Monday. Peace.